Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I forgot that I was going to add an improv line, and so now I've thrown myself off with my own groove. Improv.
Improv your improv line.
I did. It's improvception.
Okay,
Ooh. Get ready. Get a snack, get a seat, and I did it backwards. Welcome. Get ready as we present to you our last brain cells left. Save me, Finn.
I love how you said get seat. Like, just pick up a chair.
Pick up a chair. Yeah, acquire stool.
Pick up a chair.
Well,
acquire a sitting thing. It doesn't have to be a chair.
Acquiring stool is also something that vets say sometimes.
Follow those puzzle pieces. Yeah. Anyways.
Post pictures in our Discord of you holding chairs. Not sitting in them.
Yes.
Not like just pick up your favorite chair and then prove that you that you're holding it. That's what we need to do for this week. That's our call to action.
We need a pictures chat in our Discord.
The more unconventional, the better, I think.
Yes.
I think we'll pick our favorites for next week.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Week?
We'll pick our favorites for next
Absolutely.
week. Yeah. That being said, join the Discord to
or
post
feature
pictures
everyone.
of you holding chair. I want to see some crazy chairs.
Me too.
I want to see some cool stuff. I don't want to see like I don't want to see a desk chair, okay?
Right, yeah.
I want to see some crazy things.
No folding chairs.
No folding chairs.
Yeah, the weirder the better.
And no benches. We don't accept them here.
Well, if it's a weird bench.
If it's a weird bench.
If it's a bench that would be awkward to hold, then I think it... If it's unconventionally awkward to pick up and carry, I would say it's in bounds.
I want to see like one of those like white plastic white plastic chairs that like you've had for like 20 years and it's filthy. But I just want to see like... I want to see a dildo sticking out of it.
Hey, yo, hold on. What?
I'm kidding. Don't actually send that. Tis a joke. But it would be really funny.
Dolphin,
I saw a picture like that one
open
time.
yet. Don't.
Oh, yeah. I'll wait till we have the P.O. box before
then...
I ask about that.
Cursed.
Don't you love making intros? I love making intros. Speaking of making things, I made a trailer.
I don't know why I thought you were like, I made a baby.
I made a baby.
I mean, technically.
Big Bird came and, well.
Whoa.
Sorry, wait, hold
pause.
on. Wait.
Big Bird did what?
Big Bird showed up and dropped off a baby. No. So, I made a trailer for the whatever this is.
Yeah.
For the podcast. I need you guys to know I'm coming off of like a 4-hour stream right now.
That you are. Can't confirm.
I'm not drained, but my brain do be hurting.
Your brain's on that stupid juice. You've had 4 hours of doom straight to the veins. So like, I
did.
I understand how that
I took
might
4
mess with
hours
your brain.
of doom straight to the groin.
Did it at least take you to dinner first?
No. Do you think Doom Guy would take you to dinner? Actually, I think
he might. I feel like he's respectful. I feel like Doom Guy's very respectful.
Yeah, until you inconvenience him and then he's pissed and he kills
oh my god, dude,
bloodline.
Dude, I would hate to see Doom Guy stub his toe. It's a wrap. Like
he kills every single wall ever.
Can you imagine? It would be like Plague Inc. The way that the entire population would just fall off instantly.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that shit would be legend. That is hilarious. Just imagine the shout of him stubbing his toe.
Oh, it would be. Be really funny. Although I would like to just see him like stub his toe and then him just go like ah, like
yeah, oh my god, like that would be good too.
Yeah, that'd be funny. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really have a lot to talk about. Oh, I actually have a really funny story.
Okay, go on. I remember we wanted to dig into some of the viewer topics, and I actually did want to do that too. So, but hit me with your story first. I want to know.
So there's this thing in science. So I took a biology class. There's this thing in science called I swear to God, it's called phagocytosis.
Oh yes.
Yeah, I've told you this story.
Yeah.
So it's called phagocytosis. I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know what it sounds like. I fully thought it was Fago, but no.
One of the titles is now going to be Dolphin Says a No-No.
Dolphin Says a No-No. So me and a few of my classmates, we on last Thursday the professor gave us a take-home exam, and we were like, hey, let's get together on Tuesday and and compare answers to like, if like make sure we're all on the same page, and if we have anything different we can discuss and maybe even change,
a collaborative effort with your classmates.
The what?
A collaborative effort with your classmates.
Yes, exactly. It went from a take-home exam to a group project. Anyways, so on Tuesday we all show up. We're comparing answers. We're doing the thing, and one of the answers for one of the questions was phagocytosis, and so my classmate, like every time she would try to say it, she would like look at me. And I thought it was phago, so I kept going. Like, she would be like, how do you say it again? I'd be like, it's phago. And then she would, like, turn around, like, 5 minutes later and be like, how do you say it again? I'm like, phago. And then at one point, she just turns around, and she goes... she's like... I think she was, like, explaining to somebody the question. She was like, okay, so, like, yeah, the answer for number 27, she turns, looks at me, scrunches her eyebrows, and goes, fag? And I'm like, what? Like, you called? And then she started cracking up, and I was like, wait a second, what did you just call me? And she was like, no, I swear, I'm like the last person who would say that. And I'm like,
it's such a perfect
You're
storm
good.
combination.
It's fine. It was such a perfect time to finish the word. So, obviously she wasn't calling me that.
Right.
But, like, she was just kind of like, we started cracking up so hard. Because we were both like, oh my god, LOL, you just said a bad word, but like didn't actually mean it.
You made an oopsie.
No, literally. And so yeah, that was my funny school story. But yeah, let's crack into some of these viewer topics.
Yes.
That I was definitely gonna think about and have actual answers for, but I simply didn't.
I've lost my train of thought.
Okay, I thought you like cut out. I was like, did his internet just die?
My brain cut out. So
okay,
technically yes, but also technically no. I would like to start with Spider put one in where he said the first thing that I thought of was because he put one that said, "What are hills that you would die on?" Right. And his personal example was that the Mythbusters is the best show ever made. People really like Mythbusters in our Discord, by the way. Great show. No argument there.
Apparently.
I got a good one if you want to think about this. Because I've gone on this rant a few times. I don't think I've done it on this podcast before. Right?
I've never watched a Mythbusters episode.
It's very good. Mythbusters is very good.
Yeah. I watched like pieces, like bits and pieces of it, but not a full episode.
It's a good show. It's also one of those things where like at the time it was like we knew what we were getting, so we were really appreciating it, Yeah. It's just there's hardly find a show that's like that nowadays. Mm-hmm. I mean, things have changed and it's grown and developed and yada yada. People are more dedicated fans
before
than
you say your hill that you're gonna die on.
Yes.
If anybody, I don't think it's doing it loud enough for my microphone to pick it up. I like have eaten 2 cinnamon buns today, and like very small ones.
Oh no.
So if you, by some like incredible miracle, you suddenly hear in my microphone in my stomach, I apologize.
If during the edit, if I hear it, I'm gonna make it as loud as I possibly can.
It just happened. I don't think it picked it up. But it just happened, and it made me think. I was like, maybe I should say something about that.
I'm gonna make sure that it's as loud as humanly possible. I think.
Cool.
So you're welcome, and I'm sorry.
What's a dill you'll high on?
A dill I'll high on. Kosher pickles. I actually hate pickles. That's another thing.
I like pickles.
I don't like pickles. I hate the texture of pickles. I don't like the flavor of pickles. I'm not
gonna sit and eat an entire pickle and like just as like a snack. But I like them on sandwiches. On burgers, they're good.
If people eat pickles just like straight from the jar, that's like a struggle sign. Like that's like an indicator that shit's going wrong. You know what I mean?
My mom does that. Yeah.
Like people don't do that by choice when everything's going right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that's not something that people will commonly consider. I feel like respectful. I mean, that's also me being biased because I don't like pickles. That's not my hill that I'm gonna die on because I think things can be pickled and be fine. I just don't like pickle. Anyways, I've gotten a lot of flack for this, and I've mentioned this before in later Manners chat. I know we've talked about this. I think.
Yeah.
I think Gen 4 Pokemon games overrated as fuck.
Thank you. Oh my god.
Like okay, Platinum's good,
oh
right? I'm not gonna sit here and say that Platinum's bad because Platinum is good. But Platinum has made y'all forget how much Diamond and Pearl fucking suck.
Yeah.
It is so bad. The battles are so fucking slow.
Yeah.
It's
it's
so confusing and you don't know where the fuck you're going. The music's great. Never gonna say the music's bad, but it's so fucking slow and shitty. Go back and play Diamond and Pearl on original hardware with no mods, no speed up, and just play it. Yeah. You will not have as much fucking fun as you do with Platinum. Platinum made people forget how absolutely dog ass those games were. And I will die on that hill.
I will join you on that hill because I'm a firm hater of Gen 4. It's like you said, like the music is good. I like the music.
I like the Pokemon too.
And I like the Pokemon too. Yeah. A lot of my favorite Pokemon are Gen 4
really
Pokemon.
Had bad Pokemon, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like that's another probably big hill is like people really shat on Gen 5's Pokemon, but I think nowadays people show a lot of love to Gen 5 as it's deserved. But I always thought that the Pokemon were good in Gen 5. But Gen 4, yeah.
I a lot of my favorite Pokemon are from Gen 4, actually. I love Garchomp. I love Lucario. But
Respect.
but yeah, the Diamond and Pearl are just boring. And I actually do like, I like Platinum, but it's not my favorite.
Yeah, I think people overhype it because
I would even say not even top 5.
I think
it's mid. Yeah.
People get really blinded by the like childhood nostalgia of things, right? Mm-hmm. Like I love Emerald, right? And I know that's an old man take to say that I really like Emerald, but my favorite Pokemon game was Soul Silver. And it was because of the amount of things you could do in that game and the amount of shit that you can do. And also, I would say this as Gen 5 has like one of the worst like level, not Gen 5. Heart Gold Soul Silver has one of the like worst like level curves as far as like fighting gym trainers and fighting gym battles. But even then, like I remember getting Diamond Pearl as a kid on DS and playing it and being like, it's and then I just went back and played Soul Silver more because I had way more fun playing the stuff I'd already beaten in Soul Silver instead of going and trying to beat Diamond and Pearl. Like I never finished Diamond and Pearl as a kid because I just did not enjoy it. I was like, this is not fun. And then years later, everyone's like, it's the greatest, it's the greatest. I thought it was a meme at first because there's motherfuckers who it's like their whole thing is like, oh, Gen 4 is the greatest. And it's like, do you actually have that thought? Is that a real opinion? Or are you just like regurgitating shit that you've heard? Like there was a guy, I don't remember the context of how we were interacting, but I was interacting with this person and everything they did was Gen 4 and Gen 4 and Gen 4 and all this. And it's like, at one point I literally like typed to him in whatever game chat it was. I said, listen, man, I get you like this, but Gen 4 is not a personality trait. And it was just like, well, that guy hates me, but like, brother, not everything is bad because it's not Gen 4. Like, please have a complex thought in your skull. Please. And I never understood why everyone's so like, it's the greatest thing ever. Like, nah, dude, y'all are just blinded because Platinum fixed a lot of the issues that were really bad with Diamond and Pearl. And other than that, it's just kind of like, I mean, it's all right. I think Soul Silver and Heart Gold were a lot more fun to play. So that is my big hill that I will die on. Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm glad you agree.
Totally picked it up.
I'm so used to saying that to people, and they're like,
burn the witch.
You know,
burn the witch. Yeah,
like,
no, literally.
People absolutely. Fucking hate it when I say that.
I guess my like Pokemon thing is that I actually like Scarlet and Violet. Like that one is genuinely one of my favorite Pokemon games.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
see, I wouldn't go that far.
I keep catching crap for that.
I would not go nearly that far. I feel like I've said this about, and actually kind of ties in because one of the other viewer suggestions, what's a game with like wasted or lost potential? I think Scarlet and Violet is actually a really big one for that because I think Scarlet and Violet was released with the mentality of we need to put a game out so we can make money. It was not released with the mentality of we need to make the best Pokemon game we can. And I think that's very transparent with how it was handled with updates and how that once the Switch 2 came out, they did the update for it and then just haven't touched it since. My hot take with Scarlet and Violet is Pokemon should have waited because let's be honest, they don't need to put a game out. They're not gonna financially fucking crash.
That Pokemon should have waited. Yeah.
If they don't put out a Pokemon game within this upcoming holiday season, Nintendo's not gonna fucking go under, and no one can convince me that they can. They will. What they should have done was waited and held Scarlet and Violet off because with the time period of when they were announcing the Switch 2, and you can't tell me that the studios didn't know this because it's Nintendo. They're all doing everything in-house. They have to know these windows and time releases and whatnot are coming up, right? I'm sure there's certain people don't communicate things and there's more to it than I'm aware of. But there's no way that no one with some kind of business sense could have been like, hey guys, what if, right? Yeah. Pokemon fans will buy literally anything. We could shit in a Switch box and ship it out and people will pay $60 for it because yay nostalgia, right? But people aren't ready for that conversation too, that Pokemon fans will buy anything because nostalgia. But that's a whole other thing I'll fucking rant about. What they should have done was like, hey, people love Pokemon games because they're Pokemon, right? Mm-hmm. If we don't put out a game this time, people are going to be like, well, where is it? People are going to start to want it more. People are going to get like desperate. There's going to be people online saying, where is this game? Nintendo, we want it. Make this good. And then you wait for it. And you wait for it, and you wait for it, and then you will release Scarlet and Violet as a launch title with the Switch 2. If that game came out with the Switch 2, the Switch 2's release would have been like double its success that it had this time. Because it would be releasing with Mario Kart and releasing with Pokemon with Donkey Kong like right around the corner. Like, people would have ate that shit up, and it would have been even more successful than it was. On top of the financial and money... I mean, Nintendo's gone down this route of just, like, squeezing gamers for every single penny they have in their purses, which is another thing that I absolutely fucking hate. But if they did that, I think Scarlet and Violet could have been one of the most, like, highly revered and popular Pokemon games ever released, if that's the model they went for. But that's not what they did, and they absolutely screwed the pooch around every corner. You know?
Yeah, I can see that. I just like Scarlet and Violet for the content.
Well, it's upset. Like
I do
there's
agree
good
that
elements
it should have
to it. It's just they
should have stayed in the
themselves.
oven for a little longer.
They just kneecap themselves on so many different avenues, and it's like, why'd you do this?
Yeah.
Like even with ZA,
I think personally, it would have pissed me like the hell off if they had released it as a Switch 2 title. And like only Switch 2, because I would have just been pissed. I would have been like, you're gonna make me buy a brand new console just to play Pokemon?
I mean, people that's the mentality
that
of people who like Mario
off.
Kart. Well, I agree. Well, the thing is, they could have also done it with, because they did that with Breath of the Wild, where they put it on the Wii U, right? But no one really cared because oh my god, the Switch is here, right? So they very easily could have put it on the Switch 1 at the same time as release. Like they're doing that for ZA. Like, what's stopping them from doing that? The reason they didn't do it for Mario Kart is because like, buy our new console. That's their mentality. But like, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like it's
while you were talking about your hills, I have like 4 things now.
Oh yeah? Why do you sound afraid?
I thought of. Because some of them I might catch flack for like 2 of them.
Oh no. From me or in general?
No, just from people.
Oh god, is this gonna get controversial?
Ooh, so controversial. No.
Okay.
One of them might.
Uh-oh.
So the first one I put is that smoking weed shouldn't be considered taboo.
Yeah, I feel like that's the thing that's becoming more accepted and more modernized. Yeah.
If I want to get high in a Discord call with my friends, I shouldn't feel uncomfortable doing it.
Yeah.
Like as long as you ask them, like be like, hey, is it all right if I do this? You know?
People are going to have uncomfortable, like their own discomforts with things, but that's normal.
Yeah. Yeah, if I'm in a Discord call and I get high and somebody starts being like, you know, then I'll be like, okay,
right.
I'm gonna go get high by myself, I guess.
Right. No, I don't disagree. Because I know I have friends who they don't like weed and they don't like associating with it, and that's because they've had past relationship partners that were like angry and like emotionally abusive, and it was just a really shitty experience for them. So being around that kind of like reminds them of those times, so they don't like that, which is understandable and valid.
Yeah.
But like I feel like there's a big stigma with weed specifically because when we were kids, it was kind of lumped in with like crack and heroin, and it was lumped in with all those things where people didn't really know a lot about it. Whereas nowadays people are like, yeah, it's kind of like healthier for you than drinking, and people love drinking.
It's healthier it's healthier for you than nicotine.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
like
we know more about it nowadays.
I'm not sitting here saying like everyone should smoke weed. Like, no, that's not what I'm saying at all.
Absolutely.
If you don't want to, you don't have to. I'm not going to force you just because, you know, if we're like in a group in person even, and I'm like, hey, is it all right if I smoke some weed? I'm not going to sit here and be like,
everyone's got to do it to be cool. No, I feel
like,
you. I feel you.
That's not how it works. If you want some, I'll give you some. If you don't want any and you're like, hey, I don't want any. Like probably what I would do would be like, hey, is it all right if I smoke weed? And if everybody says yes, then I'll be like, okay, cool. If anybody wants any, let me know.
Right. But you're not going to force it on people. Like you have to, or you have to leave. Like, no.
Yeah, I'm not going to be like, yeah, you gotta be high if you want to be around me, you know?
Yeah. I knew some people like that in high school where it's like, if you're not inebriated, then don't be around us. And it's like,
yeah.
But I'm just like, chilled. Like it doesn't have to be, exactly. I don't know. I never understood that mentality.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of misconceptions and misinformation that gets spread around with things. Well, but I feel like we're coming into an era where it's becoming way more normalized.
Well, people also think weed is addicting, and people are like, well, you know, eventually you'll stop smoking weed and you'll want something harder, and so you move to like cocaine, and then you want something harder than cocaine, and then you move to heroin, and then you move to this, and then you move to that. Right. And I'm like, I smoke weed. I've smoked weed for about 5 years. And I have zero interest in anything else. Like, I have fully said I'm not messing with anything addictive because, first of all, I know my family has addictive tendencies. Mm-hmm. Like a lot of my family on both my dad and my mom's side are alcoholics. Or recovering alcoholics.
Right.
And then I know ADHD has addictive natures.
Right.
So I'm just like this bundle of genetics and mental health. And it's just like, I really shouldn't do any of this. That's also why I don't get drunk. Like, part of the reason why I don't get drunk is because I'm like, I don't want to experience it. And God forbid it be like I like this. And then I get addicted to it.
I 100% feel that.
Which is why it's like, I'll drink, but I won't drink to the point where I'm drunk. Like, it's just to the point where I'm having fun.
Correct.
You know?
I feel that.
And it's the same with weed. I did get high that one time, and it was a mistake. Like,
you did tell that story.
But that was an accident, you know? Like, I didn't mean to.
I 100% agree with you, though. I feel like it's more... It says more about the person than the substance, right? Mm-hmm. Because I've definitely known people where things spiraled and things... Like, people are like, oh, I want to try more, and I want to try more. But that's not...
Yeah.
That says more about their curious
everyone.
nature more than what the substance is doing. And again, it's not even like...
that's why I've always said, like, I'm not messing with hallucinogenics and I'm not messing with anything addictive. Yeah. I've been offered hallucinogenics before. Ironically, when I lived in Florida, I had a friend who, he was like, hey, do you want to try, was it LSD, I think? He was like, I have some. You want to try it? And I'm like, no, hell no. Yeah, absolutely not.
I'm right there with you.
No, I have to. Everything I see has to be real. No, I'm not messing with anything that's gonna make me
see some shit that ain't there.
See things. Yeah, no, I'm so scared of that. Ooh, I'm so scared of that.
What's,
like,
you go first.
Going to like a haunted place and seeing shadows would scare me. So I can't imagine like being and imagine having like a bad hallucinogenic trip. Oh my god.
My brother told me a story when he was at college where he was either one of his roommate's friends or might have been his roommate, but someone who he knew and was hanging out with had taken LSD, and they swore that their shaboing boing turned into a caterpillar and ran away from them in their room.
That's awful. That's not fun.
So they spent like 30 minutes trying to get it.
Poor guy.
Yeah. No, but what's also interesting, and because I know people who are avid weed smokers who have been offered and tried other things, but their response to it was, yeah, I don't like it. It does things that aren't like... They don't like the feel. They don't like how it's like, oh, I don't like how this is like an upper. I don't like how this like was like... They didn't like it because they were like... what they didn't like about it were things that they liked in their weed smoking experience. Like, I would much rather have this. I don't like what that hard or other thing did to me. So I think it really does depend more on the person.
I'm also not sitting here, you know, ripping a pen and then going out for dinner. Like, no, what I do is I'll get high and then I'll go to bed. Like, I literally just like, it makes me sleepy, you know, like I won't go eat and then it makes me hungry. Yep. And like my throat is dry in the morning, but that's about it.
Yep.
You know,
Sounds
that's the
alright.
other thing I much prefer over alcohol is that you don't get weed hangovers. It just doesn't exist.
Well, I just don't get hangovers, period. But that's a me thing.
Well, yeah, that's a you thing.
But
But yeah, I've had a hangover like after drinking one time, and it was awful, and it lasted like the full day, and I hated it. Never in my life, even after I got that high, like a few months ago or whatever, however long ago. The only thing in the morning was like I might have just been like still residual high, and then my throat, like my mouth felt like I was in a desert, and that was it. Other than that, I was fine. I went on with my day. I'm pretty sure I went to work the next day. Like
that sounds about right, actually.
yeah, so that's like even my mom agrees with me. She's like, I would much rather smoke weed than drink.
Yeah.
But drinking is the more socially acceptable one.
I think we're starting to come out of that era.
We're starting to come out of it, yeah.
I think the moral of the story is don't let anyone feel bad about don't let anyone make you feel bad about your comfort levels. Yeah.
Yeah, don't let anyone peer pressure you into doing something you don't want to do.
And also, dude, don't be afraid to do a little research. I always like to try to find out why things are. I mean, sometimes I do just give opinions, and I won't just say that I'm like perfect with this. But I do think looking into things and thinking about it for more than a second is very worthwhile. And also, don't be afraid to have your opinions and thoughts challenged, because that's how you grow and that's how you develop them.
Please. That's just a pet peeve of mine. Like, please listen to other people's opinions and learn from them. Yeah. Like, I'm begging you.
I'm on my knees.
Sit there and be like, no, this is my opinion and it won't change. Like, oh my god, I hate that.
Yes.
Anyways,
well,
that's a pet peeve more than a hill I'll die on.
Me and Gen 4 Pokemon, because you're like, it's not Gen 4, it's bad. And I'm like, well, fucking think about it for like a minute. Don't just go not too deep. Fuck you. Like, no, think.
Also, the other thing I would say is that if you ever do get high around somebody that you trust.
Yeah. Oh my god, yes. That is a huge thing.
And that knows about getting high and everything. Like, correct. If like, I like to think that I would make a good babysitter if like any of my friends got high for the first time.
I've been the drunk babysitter before.
Yeah, because like I know what it's like. I know what a good trip is like. I know what a bad trip is like. So it's like I can, I feel like I'd be able to kind of chill. Yeah, like
we can help.
Out and definitely I wouldn't be the kind of person that would be like, okay, well, this is your first time getting high. I'm also gonna get high. Like, no, I would not. Like, I'd stay sober.
It was not my first experience.
So yeah,
but
get high around somebody who you trust, who knows, who has experience. That's. Anyways, I do. My next one is. What do you want to ask? What do you
because I touched on it. What was kind of led down the rabbit hole about with Scarlet and Violet is what do you think is a game that has wasted or lost potential? It's a game you played where you're like, man, if only they did more.
The thing is, I think that about good games. I don't think that about bad games.
How so?
I wish they had done more with Clair Obscur because I want to play more of it.
Oh, okay. No, no, that's fair.
But like bad game, I haven't played a lot of bad games.
Lucky you.
I know.
You can ponder. I know you kind of like steamrolled over what you were gonna say. If you want to ponder that, what was the thing you were gonna bring up?
Silksong shouldn't win Game of the Year.
Oh wow!
I am a firm believer, and I will die on that hill.
Is it because you think Clair Obscur should win?
But it's not bias as to why Clair Obscur should win, in my opinion. And I've talked about this so much. Yeah. And I don't know if I brought it up on an episode.
I think we have.
I think every single, like, I'm just kind of like to like summarize it. Every single game that's up for Game of the Year, possible nominees, because they haven't actually announced the nominees yet. They are all either sequels or games that look a whole lot like other games. Yeah. So out of all that selection, I've looked this up so much. Like, what do people think is gonna like get nominated for Game of the Year? And the only one that really like stands out as like an innovative and like new game is Clair Obscur. So now, if Silksong wins, that just know.
We did the Discord thing.
I don't.
I'm surprised we don't do that more, considering how much we film over Discord.
I know, right?
Go us.
Yeah. If Silksong wins, I'll be disappointed.
I really like
angry.
Silksong. I don't know that it will win, but I feel like also people could point at Clair Obscur and go, "Oh, it's just a rehash of Final Fantasy." But yes and no, but people, I feel like it's just more so. It's just a turn-based RPG. It does a lot different than Final Fantasy, especially modern Final Fantasy too. But that's a whole other thing, and I hate certain Final Fantasy old heads that are like, "Fuck the new games, they suck," and it's like, no, you're just an old man, and you can't handle things that aren't turn-based. Like, go read your newspaper and put on the football game. Like, it's fine. We'll have your porridge ready in a minute. Go fucking dunk your hardtack biscuits in some tea. Fucking boomers. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
These people really pissed me off. I'm in a mood today, apparently. My fault, Slime. Feeling chippy.
So, I have 2 more things. One of them I might catch flack for, and the second one, there's a really big chance I'll catch flack for it. Anyways.
No. Oh, no.
The Avengers game for the PS4. I thought that was a good game.
It's all right. I think it's just kind of all right. I think it's inoffensive.
I talked about this. I might have talked about this with you. I'm not sure.
I was in the call when you brought this up originally. Yeah. I don't know if we fully talked because I also do have that game and played it.
Yeah. So what made the Avengers game bad, in my opinion, is the multiplayer.
Yes.
That's what made it bad, and that overshadowed everything else.
Correct.
The story in that game was actually not bad.
I
enjoyed it. Like, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, wow.
To the point where at the time I wanted to platinum it, but the only reason why I didn't was because there was some multiplayer stuff that you had to do, and I just really didn't want to do it.
I feel that.
And there was this other thing that was like level every character to this certain level, and it's like, ugh. And there's like so many characters. Yeah. So I didn't do it, but
I also didn't like the like very transparently like pay to win stuff in it.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that.
Yeah, that's exactly why I'm saying like that that's what ruined it.
Oh yeah.
And that overshadowed single player like campaigns so hard.
I'm disappointed too because I remember getting it because I had a friend who was like, "We'll get it together and we'll get really good at these specific characters and then we can like have this dynamic with stuff." And I'm like, "All right, cool." And then he just didn't get it, and I was like, "Well, fucking thanks."
Mm-hmm.
So then it just didn't happen.
I enjoyed it quite a bit actually. I remember really liking that game.
Do you think you would still like it if you went back and played it again?
That's what I'm curious. I think if I found it for cheap enough, because you have to get a physical copy because they pulled it off the shop.
I don't think it'll be that expensive. I'll be real honest with you, Chief.
Yeah, if I find it for cheap enough, then probably I would.
It was cheap enough, for $2.
Yeah, right.
Like.
Yeah, but that's my thing. Like as a multiplayer gamer, that game sucks. That game's awful.
Yeah.
But as a single player gamer, which I am, like I mostly play, like 90% of the games I play are single player. Just because I really enjoy a good story in games. So,
I feel that.
You know, as a single player gamer. Yes. It's actually a really good game. I like, you know, and I liked the combat in it. I remember thinking the combat was really smooth. I don't remember who made it. But I don't think they've made any other games.
I'm not convinced they did.
Like after it.
I'll be so for real with you. Unless they made the Justice League Suicide
Squad
one. If they're the same people that made the Suicide Squad game, then it's like, damn, that'd be great. Oh wait, no, was it the people who did God, it was like Sunset Overdrive? I don't know if they were related. I could just be crossing wires.
No, Sunset Overdrive is Insomniac, isn't it?
Is that Insomniac?
I feel like it is.
Oh fuck. Well, then they're still cooking.
Oh, it was made by Square! No!
Oh, it's a Square game?
That's why I liked it. No wonder.
It's Square Enix? Yeah, that tracks.
It's a Square game. Square Enix, yeah.
Yeah, that's the Luke bias, too. If a game's made by Square, he'll at least, like, look at it.
That's why I bought it. Yeah, that's why I bought it, because I love Kingdom Hearts, and I like the Avengers. And so I was like, let me buy this game. I remember it being good! Okay, maybe I'm biased.
Maybe a little, just a touch. Just a skosh.
What did you say? It was Sunset
Overdrive?
Sunset.
Was that game made by Insomniac now? I don't remember. I don't think it was. We're on opposite sides of the campfire.
It was. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
It's made by Insomniac.
Well, fuck. Then no wonder they nailed the movement of Spider-Man.
They were going to make Sunset Overdrive 2.
Yeah, I remember the plugging getting pulled on Sunset Overdrive 2.
Well, because they were making Spider-Man.
Well, they were like Sunset Overdrive was an exclusively Xbox game. Like that was a Microsoft published game,
Xbox.
and then they kind of jumped over to Sony with the Spider-Man stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was made by Insomniac. It's the same people that made Ratchet and Clank too.
I'm really excited for. Speaking of Insomnia, I'm really excited for the Wolverine game after seeing the trailer.
Oh my god!
It looks so cool.
I'm so
It looks
excited.
really good. It's like a like. I like X-Men a lot. What? So seeing that, I'm really. Oh, what did you just find?
Wait.
I'm waiting.
No, hold on. I'm thinking of the wrong things.
What?
Okay, no, I was correct. The people that made Kill the Justice League was Rocksteady.
Yeah.
That's why it felt okay. Because I watched a game critique about
Suicide Squad?
Gotham Knights.
Oh, okay.
No, Gotham Knights. And I had seen I saw some of the stuff and the UI and everything. I was like, that looks a lot like Kill the Justice League.
And now you know
because
why.
they're made by the same people.
Well, that'll do it.
Yeah, so it's the same people.
You'll get that on those big jobs, you know.
And I also know that Kill the Justice League and Gotham Knights both. Well, Kill the Justice League
kind of
flopped,
bombed
tremendously.
Yeah. No, Gotham Knights also
Gotham
kind of
Knights
bombed.
It bombed, but I don't think it bombed.
It didn't bomb as hard. It wasn't nuclear, but you still didn't want to.
It's so funny because both of those games are on my list to just games I want to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah, I want to platinum Suicide Squad. I need to figure out what Gotham Knights Platinum looks like.
I commend you.
But
for
I think
doing
the
that.
Avengers game was good. And my last hill I will die on.
I'm a little nervous at the way you set this up. You sound nervous.
There's a chance that I might get some DMs. There's a part of me that doesn't want to say anything.
Is this a video game thing too?
No.
Oh no. Okay.
This is just a general thing. My generation, specifically.
Okay. Our generation, Gen Z.
And I'm saying this in, I know this word is normally used to insult. I'm not using this to insult. My generation is a bunch of snowflakes.
Oh god. Okay.
Can we stop getting offended about everything?
Oh yeah, no, okay.
Please.
I'm on board with that
Please.
one, actually.
Please. Oh, it's such a oh my god, I'm so glad you're on board with this. I feel like such a boomer for having this opinion. But why are we getting offended about every little thing?
No,
it's not because okay, I want to clarify. I'm not saying this because I want to be able to insult you without you saying anything back to me. No, that's not why. It's because no one takes us seriously.
Yeah.
You guys need to realize my generation is a generation full of, what's it called? Oh my god, self-diagnosers, which I have nothing against that. I'm a psych major, whatever, but right. If you're self-diagnosing yourself with simply something that you do not have, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I have DID. I don't have DID. And I'm not going to tell you I have it because I want attention.
Right.
Which is a hot take. Anyways, listen. We need to chill out with the getting offended because no one takes us seriously. And every single time I have a political conversation with my mom, every single time she's like, okay, well, that's your opinion because your generation is a bunch of snowflakes. And
Damn.
I'm like, no. I'm like, well, yeah, no, you're right. But at the same time, I grew up in a different country, so I don't get offended that easily. And also my parents raised me to not get offended easily.
Yeah. I mean, it's not just our generation too, though. There's a bunch of people in other generations, both above and below us, that are pretty similar. But I do feel like there's a pretty.
Get that off my chest.
I think there's a pretty. It sounds like it. Holy shit!
I feel like I can breathe now. God,
you were really holding that one in.
Oh yeah.
Well, because that kind of ties into what we kind of talked about last time, and I think 2 episodes ago with Abby, where it's somewhere along the line we forgot that it's okay to disagree with people. And not everything is a huge personal attack, and it just kind of it just makes things way more worse and aggravating to deal with.
The generation I'm talking about specifically is Gen Z. Just so
no, I know, but
it's
I think
1997 to 2012.
Yeah, I think it's a problem that extends beyond us, though. To be fair.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about my little brother's generation. Not that he's Gen Z too, but he was born in 2012.
Right.
I don't know anything about them.
Gen
as far
Alpha.
As I know, they're pretty much the same. Except a little worse. With the self-diagnosing, that it's a little worse.
I don't know yet. It's to be seen because I have my nephew and nieces, and I don't know.
Yeah.
My nephew's turning out a lot like my brother in ways, I think. So we'll see how things. I don't know how things swing.
we need to chill out a little bit on getting offended. Can we pick and choose our battles on what we get offended by?
Yeah, and when you say offended, it's like when people go from 0 to 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I ask you, like, you know, a simple question about just, you know, hey, what's your opinion on guns? All I want to hear is,
what do you think?
you know, I don't think that people in the United States, that civilians should have military grade weapons. I don't want to hear you flip a table and then flip your house. Right. I don't need to hear that.
We don't. Why does it need to go there?
And it's so funny because I'm screaming when I'm saying this. If you let me chill out.
This is how it needs to be conveyed, though, because this is how people treat it. So you gotta get through to them somehow.
Loud does not mean correct.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And you can write that down in the Constitution.
So good, actually. Loud does not equal correct.
Loud does not equal correct. Just because you are louder than me doesn't mean your opinions are correct.
Yeah. No,
you
I
can
like
have
that
wrong
actually.
Opinions. You can have, hell, me saying my generation is a bunch of snowflakes could possibly be a wrong opinion.
I feel like people are definitely going to be upset at that, but...
Don't yell at me about it. Just listen to my opinion. And then if you want to debate it. I'm not going to yell at you. You know? We are adults. Most of the people in Gen Z, at this point, because I know my brother's age, he is 13. That is old enough to be able to form your own opinions and understand that people have their own opinions. I'm breathing. Have their own opinions. And you need to respect those opinions, even if you disagree with those opinions. Yeah. Now, if you're going to sit here and tell me being gay is... Like, if I meet someone on Discord, you know, and they, like, start telling me, like, you know, being gay is wrong, you're, you know, F-slur, I'm going to block them.
Yeah. That's not to say that you have to tolerate and listen to bullshit and like...
Yeah.
And, like, abuse.
That's what I'm saying about pick and choose your battles, you know? Yeah. Like, if somebody's just telling me, like, oh, you're gay, I'll be like, yeah, I'm gay. What's it to you? Right. Hetero?
Yeah, no, this isn't... Because I get exactly where you're coming from. This isn't us advocating for you need to go and sit down with racists and pedophiles and be like, let me hear you out. Absolutely not. Fuck that shit.
If the vibes aren't immaculate, you can decide whatever you want to do.
But certain things need to be treated with certain levels. Yeah.
Yeah, can we not scream and whine?
Not everything needs to be
and I'm
life or
saying
death.
I'm saying this because, like I said, older generations do not take Gen Z seriously.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
They do
I've discovered that. Yeah.
And these are the adults of the future. So,
well, we're kind of becoming the adults of the now, actually, which is kind of terrifying
the adults
to think
of the now.
But yeah,
it's a little bit terrifying to think about. Yeah,
a bit of both.
But like, I have this thing. It's not a pet peeve because I don't think it's a pet peeve. But there's like, have you ever watched that video? There's a video of this guy and he starts it and he's playing Hogwarts Legacy. And he's like, hey guys, welcome to my Hogwarts Legacy playthrough. Today we're gonna... And then it cuts. And then he's playing High on Life. And he's like, hey, sorry guys, I didn't know about all the J.K. Rowling thing. Like, we're here playing High on Life. And then it cuts. Yeah. And it's a different game.
Yes.
And he's hey, sorry guys. I hate that.
It's like... That video was made in satire, but I know exactly what video you're talking about.
But it's low-key true.
No, that's why he made it, because it is low-key. It's incredibly true.
Because, okay, so like I thought this about Michael Jackson, right? Mm-hmm. None of the stuff that he was accused of is 100% proven, right?
I think so. I honestly don't remember. I'd have to look into it more.
I don't actually know.
Our parents' generation would know a lot more. My mom really loved him.
If it was, right, I am able to mentally separate the content from the creator.
I feel you.
Right?
I feel you.
So, Michael Jackson, he was a weird guy. He did some stuff. He did some weird things. Mm-hmm. But damn, he's got good music, and I'm going to listen to it.
Yeah, people still bump
damn right I'm still going to bump Smooth Criminal. Yeah. If somebody says, wow, that was smooth, you bet your ass I'm going to go... You know?
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. And what's her name? There was somebody... it's like, here's the thing, right? And this is why I also say why my generation is a bunch of snowflakes. Or just people that get upset, upset and offended very easily.
Yes.
I will, like, and this is nothing against my friend group at all, but I will be talking about a random TV show, and they're like, I don't watch that because the creator did this. I'm like, what the hell? I swear to God, every day I'm talking about something, and they're like, the creator did this. I'm like, okay. Well, now I'm not allowed to do that either.
Yeah.
You know? I don't want to have to, like, walk on eggshells about wanting to watch a TV show.
I feel like certain things, too, can be used for good. I don't remember who I had this conversation with, but I remember around the time that Hogwarts Legacy was coming out, right?
Yeah.
I saw a lot of people... I mean, obviously, right? No one's going to sit here and say J.K. Rowling's a good person, because J.K. Rowling's not. J.K. Rowling's a fucking horrible person.
God-awful
Absolutely going to say that off rip, that J.K. Rowling's a really shitty person, right?
Yeah.
But I also know a lot of people who grew up LGBTQ and absolutely loved Harry Potter and loved that world and loved that universe, right?
Yeah.
So here you have this game coming out, right? And it's a big video game, and it's a big public presence, and it's really getting a lot of marketing, right? And people are saying, let's boycott it, because that money is going to go back to J.K. Rowling, which obviously percentage will, because that's how IPs work and whatnot. And, and like, I get that. I agree with that. That makes sense.
I want to know what percent, though.
I don't know what percent, but I think the point that kind of got drowned out in the middle of that is that what boycotting did was it hurt the developers and the people who worked on the game more than it hurt J.K. Rowling. I think what people should have done with it, and what they could have done with it, was, because a lot of, like, live streams and everything were getting a lot of attention, and they were getting a lot of really negative attention. I remember, like, when the game first came out, I saw, like, a sponsored, like, not even a sponsored thing, but someone on Instagram, like, posted a compilation of them going into, like, Twitch chats of people streaming it, and they were, like, Twitch chats of people streaming. What people should have done, and what more people should have done, more people should have broadcasted, was one specific Twitch channel I saw, they were playing the game with the prompt that all the money that they've raised on the stream, they were donating to the Trevor Project.
Yeah, and that's what I agree with, too.
So, like, that's what it should have become. What people should have done with the launch of the game is everyone who was streaming it, like, it should have become this huge rallying thing to donate to the Trevor Project, to donate to any other organizations that support trans health.
Instead of hating, let's rally together and make something good out of it.
Correct. Yeah. But what ended up happening was that live stream where they were promoting and saying that all the money was being donated to the Trevor Project, it was a compilation of things that people were saying in their Twitch chat. And not even like, it was literally like 10 minutes of their Twitch chat just going by. Like, I remember reading a message on a live stream where they were, like, raising money and donating, that someone said that public executions should be brought back for this person because they were streaming Hogwarts Legacy. And there was an army of people agreeing. And it's like, that's too much. That feels like much.
Well, that's like,
that feels like you're,
that's
like,
what I feel like
it
about,
feels like
because
we're kind of getting the opposite of what like we should be doing here. You know?
That's what I feel like about, or that's how I feel, because, like, also, I own Hogwarts Legacy, you know, and not just own it. I have it on my PC and I have it on my PlayStation. Mm-hmm. So, and we were in call, I think, with Abby the other day, and she was just saying that she doesn't really do Harry Potter because, you know, J.K. Rowling is a horrible person.
Right.
And, like, you know, like Bot said, I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, J.K. Rowling is a good person because she made Harry Potter. No, she's a bad person.
Not, yeah.
She's a horrible, horrible person. But I feel worse having bought Hogwarts Legacy and not touched it, and that money went to her, and I just haven't even done anything.
Right.
Like, I just gave her that money for free, then, like, you know, sit and play the game, you know? And also, I wanted to stream Hogwarts Legacy, and I never did, because it scared me. Every single time I thought about it, I was like, oh, I want to stream this game. Never did, because it scared me.
Well, especially for you, someone who's, in that community.
Yeah. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of, and what goes back to the people going from 0 to 100, there's a lot of jumping to conclusions and assumptions, and then it's just immediately like going
Legacy
straight to hate.
Doesn't mean I'm homophobic. Yeah.
It just, everything goes straight towards hatred and anger, and I feel like there's more productive way. Like, I think the launch of Hogwarts Legacy could have been used as a really huge, like, rallying cry of the community to be like, hey, we love this, and we support trans people, we support gay people, we support all these groups, and we're standing unified against what you want to put out. Like that's what
Well,
they
it's just,
could have
like,
done,
thinking, like,
but it just became
it's-
like a mob of hatred.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I feel
It's
like there's
just
more
because
productive
you're
things we can be
playing-
doing.
Just because you're playing or experiencing an IP or a book or whatever,
Right.
it doesn't mean you share the opinions of the creator, you know?
Right. Yeah, I don't know.
Just
There's a lot of
because
assumptions that
I'm
happen.
watching a movie that was made by, I'm trying to think, or just because I watched iCarly doesn't mean I agree with anything that what's his face did.
Oh yeah.
What's
Yeah.
his name? The director.
I know who you're talking
his
about.
name?
Yeah.
What's his name?
I don't remember his
Oh my
name,
God,
but
this
I
is
know
gonna drive me
exactly who you're
crazy.
talking about. Yeah, that guy was a
Yeah.
scumbag too. That guy was an
iCarly
absolute scumbag.
Director Dan Schneider.
Yeah, that was his name. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, like I'll sit here and be
Fucking
like,
turn that guy
iCarly was
into
a
an IPA,
fire
man.
ass show. It had its weird moments. It had such weird moments
Yeah, it did.
sometimes.
But we all
But-
watched it growing up.
Yeah, it's one of like my childhood staples.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not gonna sit here and be like, well, just because I like iCarly means that Dan Schneider is not a bad person. No, he's a horrible person.
Absolute monster. Like
Absolute
straight up.
disgusting. Like,
Absolute monster.
Scumbag of a human being. Like
110%.
lower than trash.
Yeah.
Like
I had a cousin who used to say
horrible
lower
human.
than whale shit.
yeah.
Really
That's
good.
that might be a reference because that
Is it?
they say that in Shark Tales. Yeah, they say
Oh.
that in Shark Tales.
My cousin who was in
Speaking of
Army
another
would say
movie,
that.
sorry, that has Will Smith in it, but you know, yeah, I'll show you the actual scene, but there's like a whole scene where like the pufferfish guy is talking to the, I don't even remember their names, talking to Will Smith, and he's just like, there's rocks, there's whale
Watching that movie as a
poo,
kid too.
and then there's you.
Yeah, I don't even know
Yeah.
if he was referencing that. All I know is I heard it from my cousin who was in the Army who said that they used to say that when they were overseas. So,
Oh well, never mind.
yeah.
But yeah, the lower than scum, that man, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. The moral of this story, I think, and to really drive home the point is
Stop being so damn sensitive. No, I'm kidding.
I feel
Just
like
go immediate like 180 into boomer mode.
yeah, right. God, that'd be a really great way to really drive that point
Back
home.
in my day.
Good God. Well, it's funny because I was literally raised by baby boomers. Like my parents
Yeah.
are literally in that generation because they had
Yeah.
me when like I was born when they were in their late 40s. So I like grew up around the old generation, you know.
Yeah.
So I got to see a lot of it, but I think the moral of the story is I wish that we could just have adult conversations over disagreements, you know?
God,
and
I wish so too.
What's great and what I really remember about, and what I think what really drove this home for me is I'm a big fan of Corridor Digital. I've talked about Corridor Digital a lot. I think they have amazing YouTube videos, and I think they're amazing visual effects. They do amazing breakdowns. If anyone's interested in cinematography and visual effects, you should definitely check their stuff out. A long time ago, they still do it now. They have a podcast that they do, and they used to. I remember in the earlier days of their podcast because I took a break in there for a while and it didn't get uploaded. Anywho, in their really early days, I forget what year it was, but one of the creators of the show had Logan Paul in, right? And this was like pretty fresh off the back of his Japan trip, not like immediately, but it was still like close enough to it, you know?
Yeah.
And he said, and at the top of it, before the podcast started, the Nico, one of the founders of Corridor and one of the guys who like is ahead there, like stressed the importance of saying like there is a difference between liking someone and having a conversation with it. And he said like I do not like the things that he did, I don't like the things he said, but I respect how he approached this conversation, and I respect how he handled this conversation and how this conversation was had. And he stressed the importance of being comfortable with and being okay with disagreeing with people in respectful manners and having those respectful conversations. And I think that's such an amazing thing to do. I'm so glad that I saw that like video and I saw that episode when I did.
Yeah.
Because I think Nico's message at the top of it was really important, and I'm really glad that I was able to digest it when I did. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't get where there's like people jump immediately to just hatred and anger, like everything's like a war or a battle or a fight. Like something about how I think our generation was raised or something where everyone feels the need to be really defensive and really like stand up for everything. It's like there's nothing wrong with being firm with what you believe in. Be firm in your beliefs.
Why? Yeah,
absolutely.
like why do we have to like fight? The
Yes.
second somebody disagrees with somebody else, we have to fight about it. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
no, we don't.
Yeah, it really doesn't need to be. Sometimes we can just not agree. Like, I disagree with my buddy Colton all the time. We disagree on shit, but we just be like, I don't agree, and we'll go, okay, why? And then we'll talk about it, and then we'll make jokes about it. But that doesn't mean we fucking hate each other. Like, no, the dude's great. Like, I'll talk to that dude all goddamn day long, right?
Yeah.
But like, you know, like we don't have to agree on every little thing. So.
Yeah, I don't know.
I feel like people are gonna hear how you came into that and get like,
oh, they're gonna get pissed.
People are gonna get pissed, but I feel like if you really take a minute and just listen to what we're trying to say, like really take it in for a second, you know what? This is actually a big.
This is a lesson.
I don't know. I mean,
this is a lesson in listening to somebody's opinion and not shoving your fist down their throat. Listen to everything we said first.
I'm a firm believer that,
and then you can shove your fist down our throats if you still disagree.
Yeah,
but don't scream. Just like comment and be like, "Hey, I disagreed with you guys," and we'll be like, "Hey, why?"
And it's like, and going back to like the shitty people who are like, because I've seen people who are just like racists and are just belligerent racists in public, and I remember being at a boardwalk in New Jersey, and some dude said some really heinous racist shit, right, to other people, and the other person, what they didn't do was just match them on their energy and go down to their level and get angry and start a fight. They were really adult and respectful about it, and that guy who was really racist ended up getting like basically booed off the fucking boardwalk. That dude got embarrassed because of how much he just looked like an absolute idiot and a child in the face of an adult being like, this is stupid, you know? So I don't know.
There's also something satisfying about seeing somebody else, like, the second you get defensive, not only do people stop taking you seriously, people will start laughing at you.
Yeah.
And they start thinking, oh, you're just a child, no matter your age. Because I know that people have said this to me, where it's like, oh, you're just a child, you don't know anything, you get offended so easily. And so it's like, you don't want to feel that.
Right. Yeah,
you know?
it's shitty.
Like, that's not a fun feeling. Nobody wants to be called a child.
Yeah.
So just like think about it next time somebody says something like offensive.
Oh yeah.
Think about it and be like, hey, this is why I disagree and this is why. And if they start being like, oh, well, then you should just go jump out a window.
Yeah.
Then be like, okay, well, now it's violent and now it's way more negative.
Yeah.
So I'm going to head out. And that's the other thing that people need to learn. Not every single conversation. Yeah. Not every single conversation needs to be fought over.
Yes.
There is conversations where you can simply walk away.
Yeah.
And you're going to be, I would rather be thought of as rude than be thought of as a child.
Yeah. I don't know, things are so weird too. Cause I remember in 2020, someone who I used to be friends with from my swim team, I remember over Instagram them calling me a racist because of the fact that I was straight and white.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned this. Yeah,
like I've had people like put 10 toes in the ground and call me racist and like bigoted, simply because I am a white straight man, and it's like, well,
I had a friend in high school.
I'm really not, but you just made an assumption based on how I looked, which is kind of ironic if you really break it down a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I really don't think that math checks out, man, and I think you're gonna make more problems for yourself if that's how you operate. But
yeah,
like,
I had a friend in high school who, he at the time he went by they them, and I had just moved from Nicaragua, so the concept of they them didn't even exist in my brain. I didn't even know that was a thing. And every single time I'd accidentally say she, there was always this like one girl that was like hovering around my friend, and was always like they, and I'm like, and so at one point she did that, and I got pissed, and I almost stooped so low and was like, I almost started just yelling at her. But I in front of her, I looked at my friend and I said, hey, listen, I just moved here from a third world country. The concept of they, them does not exist over there, especially in Spanish. Spanish is very, very gendered.
Yeah, it's it's one of those languages where it's very specifically gendered. Yeah.
And so I told my friend, I was like, listen, I need you to give me like a few weeks to just adjust.
Yeah.
I'm like, I will do it. I will get there, I go, but I need you to give me a little bit of time to get there.
Yeah.
And my friend was like, oh yeah, no, don't worry, that's fine. I was like, great, cool. And like right when I was like, great, cool, I like turned and just glared, like down the barrel stared at this other girl.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I need you to chill the hell out, please.
Yeah.
We're human, we make mistakes, but I'm sorry.
Yeah. I don't understand the concept of getting offended on other people's behalves too.
I don't understand that.
Like people will get into fights over things where it's like, but hold on, but there's a difference, like if you're related to someone or if you're sticking up for someone who has social anxieties. But if you're just like outside looking in,
it's
just
like don't get
like being offended at something.
Yeah, like if somebody calls me she and one of my friends is like, hey, actually, Finn goes by they.
Yeah.
Then I'm okay. I'm like, yeah, sure.
There's respectful ways to go about it.
If you're gonna yell at someone, because I wouldn't yell at someone if they did that. I would say, hey man, I go by they. But if you're gonna be like, Finn goes by they, like, then I'm like, no, stop it, don't do that.
Well, it's also the assumption that like everyone should know everything. It's like sometimes if you're just meeting someone for the first time, they just don't know. So it's like it's kind of unfair to like yell at someone for not knowing something like that. Like I've seen comedy shows where someone will make a joke and the person who falls into the group that the joke was made about will be laughing their ass off, and there's someone right next to them who doesn't fall in that group, who doesn't know that person, who is just angry. Yeah. It's like, why are you upset? Like, what are we doing? Like, what's going on here? First off, if you're mad at comedians for making jokes about things, first off, do research on the comedians you're going to see. 2, don't go to a comedy show in public.
Yeah.
And 3, do your research about comedians before you go to see them. Because sometimes people are just shitty and not funny, and they masquerade it as comedy. Other people are funny.
If you go to a comedy show, look them up, because a lot of comedians I also know just make gags out of people in the audience.
Oh yeah, some people don't want to be included in crowd work.
If you're offended easily, please, for the love of God, look up a comedian before you go.
Yeah.
Because there is a possibility that they say something that might hurt you or offend you, and then you look like an idiot, and then you're on TikTok.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then everyone is making fun of you because you got offended easily.
Which ties back into the original thing, is not everything is a personal attack. So I don't think everything needs to be approached as if it's a personal attack.
Yeah,
and I feel like people are going to listen to this.
If I'm just asking you a question, I'm just asking you a question.
I feel like there's going to be people who are going to listen to this, are going to hear this and assume that we're taking the stance and we're intentionally like making fun of how some people are who like we know people who exist like this, who have these opinions sometimes. This is not a call out post for those people.
No.
This is not a call out post for anyone. This is just simply how we are feeling. And I feel like that's the moral of the story, is just listen.
That's what this podcast is.
Yeah. Listen, last week, Finn said they would snort my ashes. All right? So, like, sometimes this is how it happens, right? We sit down in a call and press record, and whatever the fuck happens, because we don't know. Like, we did not discuss this beforehand.
That's what I do like about this podcast, is, like, everything I say on the podcast, there's, like, a part of me that, I don't know how to explain it. It's not, like, becomes a different person, but it's just, like, everything I say on the podcast is so unequivocally my opinion.
Yes. Oh, my God, yes. I'm not putting on a show. I'm just talking.
I don't regret anything I've ever said on the podcast.
Oh, my God, absolutely.
Like, at least not that I can think of.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I feel like there's certain things where if we're going to be talking about a topic, we can look into them more beforehand, maybe.
Yeah. But yeah, for sure.
I think that's just natural. That's just becoming preparedness, and like.
But that's what also, like,
you and I are just doing this for
talking
shiggles,
about stuff.
But yeah.
Yeah, we were just talking about stuff, and you said, like, oh, well, I'm going to need to look that up, you know? Yeah. And it's like, that's also, like, partially the moral of the story, you know? Like, if somebody says an opinion and they're wrong, you can easily just be like, hey, I looked it up, you know?
I was wrong.
And I'm the kind of person that's like, I'm stupid.
Same.
I am not a smart person, okay?
You literally called me an idiot on your stream today.
And, like, all my friends, a lot of my friends will be like, oh my God, don't call yourself stupid. Like, my mom will do this, like, don't call yourself stupid, you're not stupid. I'm like, no, I am stupid. I'm not doing it because I'm putting myself down. Genuinely, there is so much that I don't know that I feel like it is appropriate to call myself an idiot.
Yeah. No,
I am stupid. I am not saying it to put myself down. I am in no way putting myself down whenever I call myself stupid.
Same.
I just recognize that I am a dumbass.
Correct. Well, that's the thing.
I do not know enough about this world to call myself in any sense of the word smart.
Yeah. I think I have a lot of like wisdom for things, and I feel like I have a lot of situational wisdom, but that's different, I think. Well, because like my mother was the same way. I say that normal is boring. I'm a self-proclaimed weirdo. I love being weird. I love being strange. But I'll say that, and my mom's like, "You're not weird," and I'm like, yeah, I am, but I'm not. I am, she's taking it as an insult because
my mom's the opposite.
She's a baby boomer.
My mom instilled that in me.
You know.
I was like, yeah. Every time I call my mom, I'm like, I'll tell her like, "You're so weird," and she does the polar opposite. She's like, "Yeah, well, I'd rather be weird than normal."
Yeah, no, that's my mindset, and I really love that. I love normal is boring. I love being weird.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like,
also, normal is relative. People aren't ready for that conversation. Normal is relative to what a single person. My definition of normal is going to be different from your definition of normal.
Yeah, no.
So normal is relative, and normal is boring. Be weird.
Yeah, be gay.
If you want to.
If you want to.
If you want to be gay, be gay. If you want to be straight, cool. I agree. I don't remember who it was. I think it was you. Someone asked like, "Why are you not gay?" It's like, I don't like dicks, man. I'll be so for real. I just don't like penises.
That's just what I always say to people, because they'll ask me like, "What's it like being gay?" And I'm like, "What's it like being straight?"
yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, that's my stance.
Attracted to the opposite sex. I'm like, I don't know. I'm attracted to the same sex.
Like, I've gone on record before. I would kiss a dude. I would kiss the right dude in the right scenarios. Like, but I wouldn't be like, I got to do this more. Like, no, I'm very happy in my relationship.
I have kissed a dude.
Congrats.
I regret it.
Well, see, there you go. To each your own.
Well, okay, the thing is, I think if the kiss is good enough, yeah, I mean, I would kiss anybody if the kiss is good enough.
Well, yeah.
You know? But I think there's a difference between just... There's a difference between, like, kissing someone and, like, having sexual attraction to them.
Yes.
Very different things.
Yeah.
I would kiss a dude, but I would never feel anything about a dude.
Right.
You know?
Yeah. It's not like... And I feel like a lot of, like, people older than us are afraid that, like, you're going to catch the gay. Like, it's not it's not a cold. You're not going to, become gay by being in proxy to a gay person.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hang out with plenty of gay people.
With the whole HIV and AIDS thing, where it's like only gay people get AIDS, and then suddenly like people who were self-proclaimed straight but like hid the fact that they were gay, suddenly they have HIV. So it's like, oh, you caught the gay. You know?
Yeah. Well, that comes from the like stuff in the 80s and whatnot too.
It's like that's not how that works. You don't catch gay. Yeah. You learn about it and then you figure out, hey, like maybe this is.
Yeah, the moral of the story is you can't catch gay unless you want to.
Other thing about people getting offended too easily. I'm sorry if I don't know all the labels in the Legitimatica.
Yeah.
I kid you not, there's labels being made like almost every day. I'm sorry if I don't know all of them.
Yeah, my whole thing is I'm down for whatever you're down with. Like if something makes you feel better about yourself, fucking cool, man. Keep doing it.
And again,
like
if you tell me I am this and I'm like, what is this? Don't yell at me about like, oh, how dare you not know? It's like, I'm sorry, I don't.
Yeah, I just
keep up on the gay encyclopedia.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not exposed to it at all. You know, in my brain, unfortunately, again, this is a very boomer opinion. In my brain, it's like, you know, I've always said like I'm a lesbian because. That's all I know. I know LGBT. And then I learned about non-binary. I learned about pansexual. I learned about all this other stuff. But, like, for me, it's just like, I'm a lesbian, dude. I like women.
Yeah.
Boobs are nice.
Agreed.
I'm non-binary. I go by they, them, you know. I'm in tune with both my masculine and my feminine side, so they, them. It's like, cool. I don't need to sit here. I used to have a friend who was like, their bio on Instagram was like, I'm a lesbian demi-pansexual with, this, and that.
And a partridge in a pear tree.
I'm like, are you listing a recipe to me? Like, what's happening?
Listing a recipe? Well, that's... you saying that.
I'm like, when do I put it in the oven?
Yeah. You saying that. You reminded me. I was playing Call of Duty, and I got killed by a guy whose username was LGBTQ is my favorite sandwich. Like, that was their username.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's crazy.
Well, that's why people get mad whenever we add letters to it, which I'm not, whatever, if you want to add letters to it. If you want to say LGBT, if you want to say LGBTQ, if you want to say LGBTQIA, if you want to say LGBTQIA+, whatever the hell you want to say, I just think it takes more time, so I say LGBT+. Sure. Or like at most I'll say LGBTQ, or I'll like do one of the funny ones like Alphabet Mafia. I say
Mafia
Legitibitiqua.
is great. Yeah.
I love saying Legitibitiqua.
Legitibitiqua is also
the dollar
pretty good.
beans, like whatever. Like I will say anything but the full word. But every time somebody is like, oh yeah, you know, I'm part of the LGBTQIA, and then some like the other person they're talking to is like, oh my god, all the letters, and then they get offended. But it's like, I'm sorry, there is like 10 letters in that. Can we shorten it a little bit?
Right.
You know, I know everybody wants to be included. I know that. But there's a plus. You guys have the plus.
Is the inclusion?
The plus is the inclusion.
Gotcha.
It's LGBT. And also all the other guys.
I think we should just I don't get why we're just accept people. People are people. Who gives a shit?
Just accept people. Yeah. Why do we need labels?
Exactly. Moral of the story is why.
I had a friend.
Yeah.
I had a friend in school who, she would always say like, you know, she would always be like, oh yeah, I'm attracted to women. I'm attracted to men. And I'd be like, okay, so you're bisexual. And she's like, no, I'm not bisexual. I don't like labels. And I'm like, okay, then what would you say? Like, just out of curiosity, what would you say? She's like, well, I would say I'm queer. I'm like, then you're giving, that's a label. Sweetheart, that is a label. I'm like, what would you say your sexuality is? Oh, it's queer. That's a label.
Right.
That is the Q. LGBTQ.
The Q, yeah. The Q in LGBTQ stands for queer.
Yeah. That's a label. Sorry, bestie. You just gave yourself a label. You don't like to label yourself? Oh, sorry. Queer is a label. Unfortunately.
It's in the name.
Or fortunately. Whichever one you want to...
Yeah, this all just stems from people being hateful for no good reason.
Also, why do we care what people do in their sex lives?
Yeah.
Like, why are we caring about that?
I'll be the first person. I've had this long-running thing that the only thing
why
that
do you have to ask
stop,
what's in your pants? That's so gross.
Yeah. No, the only thing that will truly bring an end to racism and homophobia on that level is if aliens actually invaded the Earth.
Yeah.
Like, that's the only thing that would make the human race stop hating the human race, is if there's another fucking race from another planet to be hateful towards. Mm-hmm. I swear to God.
If anybody is ever hateful towards me and asks me what's in your pants, I am fully just going to be like, spaghetti. I think I got a hamburger in there somewhere.
Oh, a quarter.
Yeah, like, ooh, candy corn. Ooh, what's this? A Jolly Rancher. Oh, no, that's belly lint. Never mind.
I mean, candy corn tastes like genitalia, so...
I will give them no comment.
I don't like candy corn. Candy corn sucks.
You know what does? Hold on. I said this to someone the other day, and I ruined the drink for them. Kombucha tastes like vagina.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know if it's just because, you know, whatever.
I don't know what that says about kombucha or what that says about vagina.
I don't know because
I don't know. I don't know how to approach this conversation. I'll be so for real with you.
I don't really know how to approach it either. I mentioned this. I forgot who I mentioned this to.
Wait, but this is something you say. You don't know how to approach it?
Yes. Well, because I don't know. I haven't consumed enough vagina to know. But in my opinion, kombucha, and this is why this isn't why I hate kombucha. I just don't drink kombucha because every time I drink it, I'm like, this tastes like pussy.
Oh my God. This is cursed. This is absolutely fucking cursed. How did we get here? We were being so nice. We were being so like, let's get along more.
Doing?
And then all of a sudden,
what's your guys' favorite movie?
This fermented cabbage
I like the
tastes
Lion
like
King.
Vagina. What the fuck?
Is it fermented cabbage?
Isn't that what it is? I thought it was like a.
I thought
fermented,
that's kimchi.
Oh, that is kimchi. Shit.
Yeah, you're thinking of kimchi. All right, time to look something up. What is in kombucha?
I had it backwards. I thought it was some kind of fermented thing.
It is. What's it called? It is fermented for sure. Sweetened tea. Mm-hmm. Symbiotic culture of bacteria. Oh, yeast. It's fermented yeast.
Okay.
And then vinegar.
Got you.
And it's like, why are you drinking vinegar? That's gross.
Well, people like salt and vinegar chips, and I don't think that shit's good.
A whole bottle. I
hate salt and vinegar chips, man.
I hate salt and vinegar chips.
I do not like them.
Why do they exist? They need to die. They need to die. They need to explode. They need to not be on this planet anymore.
God damn. I don't
and
like
vinegar.
them.
And I think I have a few friends that like salt and vinegar chips, and they are simply wrong.
Eggy loves them, and I'm like, more for
Simply
you, less for
wrong.
me, Chief.
Simply wrong.
Simply wrong. Man, this has been a...
You need to go to prison
We're...
if you like salt and vinegar chips. I'm so sorry. Death row. Have you ever watched that lady? There's this lady on TikTok who she has an accent, and I will try to imitate the accent. I'm not doing it in a racist way. I'm doing it in like a, because her voice is like, I love her accent. But she judges people that make food on TikTok. And she like if you bring it for like a potluck, and whenever somebody makes something bad, she just goes, death row. And then she'll like, somebody else will show something else, and she's like, the iron bull for you and your lawyer.
Iron
And so that's
crazy.
Yeah, and so like she comes up with like the most random things. She'll be like, the Judas cradle for you and your prosecutor's wife.
Because someone made bad looking food on TikTok.
Oh god, it's so funny. And so
fun.
that's what made me think of it. That's what I was about to reference. So like, if you like salt and vinegar chips, death row.
I'll go tell Eggy that.
Death row. I'll send you the video so you can show it to her.
Perfect. Man.
Oh god.
I feel like this probably would
we hit all of one viewer topic.
No, but I think we really got into the meat of it. I feel like actually.
Oh yeah.
We
gotta do that. Yeah, we gotta get into the meat of it.
I kind of want to wrap this up here in a nice little bow, because I feel like we really went in depth about this one really specific topic.
Yeah.
I want the conversation to be about our conversation.
I want you to go home thinking, you know what?
Go home thinking.
Maybe,
actually, end of sentence. I want you to go home thinking.
Go home thinking. Thinking. Yeah.
Like, and
I say go home as if you're not in your house right now. If you're not in your house, don't laugh. Don't laugh. Don't laugh.
Don't laugh. No,
if you're out in public, don't laugh. Stop laughing.
That guy's pants aren't too tight. Don't laugh.
Why are you laughing?
Don't laugh. They're not itching their butt. Don't laugh. Nothing's funny.
Don't laugh. Put that cereal box back.
Don't do it.
That's not healthy for you.
Stop.
Put that cereal box back.
No laugh.
Anyways.
Absolutely not.
Anyways.
We haven't done that bit in a while.
I hope we got someone.
Dude,
so
I
bad.
hope so.
I love when we do that and somebody comments like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
I'm just like, yes.
I actually did. I was texting one of my friends while they were at work, and I did that to them. Anyways, yeah. I also want this. I don't want this conversation we had to exist in a vacuum. If you listen to this and you feel some type of way about it, comment, put it in there, talk to us.
Yeah.
This is a dialogue. Yeah. This is not a dialogue that ends when this podcast ends.
A conversation.
Have a conversation with us. Tell us how you feel. You know, like tell us how you feel about that burp. that was a
good burp.
It was
a really good burp.
I've heard better.
Yeah.
You could do better.
That's like 7.5.
Yeah, it was like a 6.
No, that was good for me.
You could do better.
That was good for me. My burps are normally not that big.
I think you need to believe.
Hefty.
Have you tried believing more?
No, I haven't actually. I don't believe in myself.
That was weak. Anyways.
This
is a dialogue
on Spotify.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this is a dialogue. Don't we're not trying to fight with anybody. We're also, like what Bot said, we're not calling anybody out. We have friends that are like this, and like I adore every single one of my friends except for Fern.
You just said that so I put the fucking chicken in, wouldn't you? You rat.
It's so funny. They don't listen to the podcast, so they're never gonna see it.
Well, until you show them when you're streaming it on Discord. When you because you do this thing where you see the edits I put in.
I do, yeah.
Oh,
damn it.
God damn it.
Damn it.
This one's not going to be
okay,
edit
anyways.
heavy. I feel like this one's really going to speak for itself.
Yeah, it's not going to be edit heavy. Anyways, if you are listening on Spotify, we have I almost said that wrong. We have a YouTube. I almost said if you're listening on Spotify, we have a TikTok. If you're listening on Spotify, we have a YouTube. If you're listening on YouTube, we have a Spotify. Go check out our Discord. All of that stuff is going to be in the description. On Discord you can talk about topics that you want us to talk about, and we'll spend an hour and a half talking about it.
Honestly, yeah. Please do.
We have a TikTok.
It's real.
Oh my god, we
also
have
an Instagram.
We also have an Instagram.
They exist now.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to post like funny clips from the podcast in there. Don't be expecting any kind of a schedule because I have school and school takes priority. Sorry.
Yeah. It is simply
we have a TikTok.
Wild promotion.
Yeah. There's a trailer on it. Go check it out. Go like it. Go comment on it so that we can grow a little bit as a podcast. And show your friends and show your family. Don't show your family. That'd be
weird. Yeah. I mean, if
hey,
your
Mom,
cousins are cool,
look at this podcast. Just imagine like turning your phone to your parents, just be like, "Mom, look at this podcast," and it's just, "But I would snort your ashes."
that line is. I want that on a pedestal.
I think I need that on my gravestone, my non-existent gravestone. I need that on my bong that people are gonna rip their ashes in it.
That could be very easily done. I feel like.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye.
Woo!